is women helping women, women supporting women, and women listening to other women's stories. I think that's the most important thing, because entrepreneurship can be very isolating and everybody goes through the same thing. So I think it's the support is the biggest takeaway, and the networking today.
And I came here and saw a need. And then we saw a person who we think could take this dream, this audacity, boldness, and a leap of faith to come here and reunite and put into place a Women Entrepreneurship Center. I asked her 3 years ago to do a conference. She came, you responded in numbers. Last year we responded even in greater numbers. And look at you now. But it would never happen if Sharon had not taken a seed and began to work that seed, to nurture that seed. And here we stand this morning on the grounds of a seed that's about to reap some harvest. How many believe that?
The Western Women's Business Center is a program of Carolina Small Business Development Fund, and I have been honored to lead the charge of this center under the direction and guidance of Linwood Long since July of 2014. Since that time, we have served over 1,800 clients. We have done over $6 million in loans and helped to create 246 jobs in the Western North Carolina region. We are all here just walking each other home. And I believe that's what we're here to do, and I believe that's why this work has suited me so well. Because when you come to the Western Women's Business Center, if you haven't been there, we invite you to come. We want to walk with you on that journey.
I think the attraction comes with the fact that you bring together women who are in so many different and diverse businesses that they know they can come and get new ideas, but most important, get some word of wisdom and some excitement around how I move my business forward. So I think they come to become energized with new ideas.
It's not your typical conference, business conference, and I think people are starting to realize that. We have music, we have dancing, we have fun, we have authentic stories. There's other people who are really in the trenches of starting a business or working a business who get up there and authentically talk the story.
Work hard for what you want, because it won't come to you without a fight. You have to be strong, courageous, and know that you can do anything you put your mind to. If somebody puts you down and criticize you, just keep on believing in yourself and turn it into something positive.
But what I really found is if you reach down in yourself and recognize that as a woman, you bring different talents to the table. And so don't ever believe that just because you're a woman, you're lesser. You're different. And a lot of what you bring to the table is very additive and very positive to business.
You learn the most when you step outside your comfort zone and you're in an area where you just feel like you're going to sink. But you push yourself to the next limit. No matter what your life situation or career goals are, you face your fears, you establish your vision, and you commit to yourself that you're going to get it done.
What was said earlier about we're all here to walk each other home, that's powerful. And I believe that another part of that is like, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Our life journeys always prepare us for that moment in time when we say yes to be risk takers and to be successful women in business.
Today it was like, we can do it. Like, even if it's just a very small idea, just to see so many people being able to start their businesses, then it's kind of, it was a motivation for me.
It's that camaraderie, that networking, that thing that women understand and what they need, and it's a mental relaxation to be able to be around like-minded women.
You hear the story about other business women and they just inspire you, and you can make changes to your business because you hear a story from other women.
No matter how many times I wanted to give up because I'm working full time, I'm mama full time, you know, all the stuff that we said that we do, I'm that. But I'm also screaming in my head, I'm not trained for this. But I'm a firm believer that who God calls, He equips. And although He didn't train me for it at the time, He put those people on my path that helped me get what I needed to get there. And it has been phenomenal for me.
Our imaginations can get the best of us if we let them. We tend to imagine the worst instead of the best. But in reality, many of those awful things that we imagine never ever come to pass.
Take your pen, and when I give you the prompt and say go, write as fast as you can, whatever comes to your mind for 45 seconds until I say stop.
Si ustedes gustan, pueden hacer esto cada mañana por un minuto para inspirarse y tener buenas ideas.
When you start building a brand that has equity, you can start recognizing that equity by the way other people capitalize on the equity. If you do a search for Celtic Sea Salt or Selena Naturally, you'll see how other people have actually purchased ads to try to be in front of us, to try to get people driven to their website. So that's a big reflection of your brand has made it and people are trying to capitalize on your intellectual property.
But there's something I learned as a manager of Lowe's that I can't ever replace, and that is to pour into your employees, into your people first. My job is to make my employees love where they work, because if I do that, then you will love where you live as a customer.
I want my wife to be confident. I want her to be successful. I want my 8 daughters to have that same opportunity. They go out and be successful. So yeah, I'm used to being outnumbered in a room with women.
The way that it shows up is by you connecting with your unique voice, your own unique voice that's special to you. And when you do that, you have and develop a unique brand.
Your artists, be creative, you know. If you're in a gallery, ask, may I do my own installation? What's the worst that can happen?
A complete package makes a happier client. Everyone's happier, you get the answer, and we'll get you, even if it's not the answer you want right away, we'll get you an answer sooner. There's nothing worse than a slow no or a slow maybe.
You already have platforms out there to tell your story. So whether it's social media, your website, Facebook, maybe a little column in the newspaper, whatever sounds enticing to you, start using that to tell your story.
No importa las veces que lo cuentes, igual sigue siendo bien intenso. So, gracias por estar aquí.
I have the intel, the insider info, and I'm able to do this work on a national level as well as take it to my community and see if it can gain traction.
I think in this conference today there were so many business resources that we were able to get to know, business resources around the area that we didn't know that exist.
Look outside of the box, and those people that are out here giving talks have found everyone who helps you. I have found help in many directions. SCORE, Small Business Administration, they have really supported me to be where I am, and I'm still looking for the support to continue my journey.
In addition to the counseling services that we provide, we also have an incubation program at AB Tech. So just like babies and chickens, we are incubating new businesses and existing businesses that want to expand, and several of our participants are here in the audience today.
It's hard for me to imagine where my business would be today had it not been for the AB Tech Incubator. It's likely I'd be still stuffed into a tiny little corner of my kitchen, limiting my inventory and thinking small. If any of you out there feel that pressure, you want to expand, I really recommend, finding a coach and, taking that step, and maybe a loan would be good for you, and you could really just keep growing.
Just to let you know again, Carolina Small Business and the WWBC, they understand you, they listen to you, whatever your dreams may be, it becomes their dreams, their wants for you.
To be in a room full of this many women who are trying to do the same thing and accomplish the same thing,
I think that it's really inspirational and motivating.
I think the biggest takeaway that every woman in this room should have today is essentially that they have the support that they need to accomplish their goals, that their dreams are possible, and that essentially whatever it is that they've imagined they want to do with their lives, there is something to that, and they should follow that path and see what happens and really look for the opportunities that they have to empower themselves and empower the community.
Several women that attended last year have now started their own business, and that's what we want people to do, is to come here, learn how to do it, be brave, be bold, and don't have any regrets.
I kept hearing people say, you're important, your story's important, who you are, have confidence, stand up, show up for yourself, let people know who you are, don't shrink back, let your light shine. It's really all about you, and we're here to support that and grow and nurture that. So we're looking forward to doing another one next year.
They said I wouldn't make it. They said I wouldn't be here today. They said I'd never amount to anything. But I'm glad to say that I'm on my way. I'm still holding on, and I'm thankful to be here.